Here's the deal. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I need a haircut, and I have not shaved. But I have a message that I want to deliver to you guys, so I'm doing this impromptu episode right now because you all are important, and this message is important. And my message is this. I was on my way home from work today, and when I got in my car, I turned the radio on. It was in between songs, and I usually don't listen to the radio, but it was still on from me vibing to a certain song I guess I heard on the way to work. And the radio was in between songs. Damn hairs. And the radio was in between songs, and I caught the gist of a phone call, which was kind of like a caller 9 situation. And the radio host said, "You won $500. Congratulations. What are you going to do with the money?" And the girl was like, I think I'm going to save it for college. And he's like, "Yeah, I think there's another hair. Yeah, I think you're just saying that because your parents are listening and you want to sound responsible." And at this point, I'm thinking, maybe she is, what's up with these hairs? I'm thinking at this point, maybe she is BSing a little bit. Maybe it is just one of those little responses to try and sound. But he goes on to say, "Yeah, I think you're just saying that to sound responsible." And her next response let me know, no, this is actually a responsible person that's on the phone. She says, "No, I'm actually on my way home from school right now." And he says again, "Like I said, just saying what sounds responsible because your parents are listening." I'm like, no, guy, she's a responsible person. Just because the rest of your pathetic, lame-ass callers aren't responsible and they tell you they're going to spend their money at iguanas or Tootsies, this chick's calling in, she's responsible, you want to belittle her. And that is really my main point here and what kind of set me off, because this is the attitude that we have as a society. Our standards are so low that we will almost belittle or undermine or not pay attention to, or let alone give enough credit to someone when they have high standards. And because the norm is so low, we kind of chip away at, or we poke fun at, or we kind of degrade a little bit someone with high standards. And this chick had high standards. And this guy's trying to put her into this mold of being an irresponsible ass clown. And I'm like, no, guy, set the standard yourself, bro, and say, "Hey, we have a responsible caller on the line. Check this out. Young folks, irresponsible people, be like this person." No, let's bring her down to our normal level of standards, which are crap. So I could talk forever about standards, but that just set me off because it's about standards. The reason why we're so lame as a society, the reason why society sucks and we accept so much nonsense and we see so much garbage is because our standards are not high enough for us to reach for and strive to something better. We would rather look at people below us and feel good about ourselves than see somebody doing better than us and say, "Hey, let me dig deep and do better and be better and achieve more." This is a perfect example. It was pointed out to me a long time ago because I, for the longest time, didn't know why people would watch shows like Jerry Springer. It was beyond me. And then finally, I believe it was Tony Robbins. He used it for the example. He said, "You know why people watch those shows? Those dysfunctional, ridiculous reality and talk shows. You know why people watch those? So they can see a bunch of weirdos or deadbeats on prime time and get a glimpse into their whack-ass life. You know why? To feel good about their own life." We all got issues and challenges. We're all a little jacked up. But if you're tuning in every day, and this is not everybody, the reason why everybody watches these shows, but it made sense. And they don't know why they're doing it, but this is why. If I can watch these people be dysfunctional on a level that is just out of this world, my life ain't so bad. I'm not such a loser. Wrong. Your standards are super low and you're trying to find a lower standard to compare it to so you feel good about yourself. Come on, man. It's a lot easier to look down on someone and feel good than it is to look up on someone and look at yourself and say, "I can work a little bit harder to be more." Standards. And that's what we're doing with society. It frustrates me because it's frustrating. It's just frustrating. It's just so frustrating. It's one thing when I have a classroom full of open-minded, intelligent adults that I can reach and give this message to and teach them and expose them on how to raise their standards and what that can do for the quality of their life. I love that. I love when I coach somebody and I can introduce them to this aspect of this concept and they can kind of incorporate that into how they live, and they can actually absolutely change their life. But when I start seeing this on such a paramount level, when I start seeing it ingrained in society, it reminds me of how far we have to go. Obviously, do what you can to raise your standards, but man, it's really difficult when I see it on a global scale as far as, let's just drop the bar a little bit, you know? Who cares? That's it. That's all I got today. I hope you understand the role and the power of standards, and I really hope that you start to notice this within your own life and don't fall into that trap. Set your standards where you want to set them and work on them. Don't compare where you're at to losers. You're always going to look better than a loser. Set your standards a little higher and you'll achieve more and you'll do more. Till the next episode, for now, take care.